Hello everyone, and welcome or welcome back to the No Wishing Until AR50 series. I mean AR55, maybe. This was the best possible thing I could have logged into. I mean, if I could wish. At this point in time, there was a Leyline event which I found really useful because I was running low on XP books. Because I want to level all of my characters. Is that the best idea? Not really, because I need better artifacts, but I don't care. I just like having variety in the characters I play. I mean on this account, because on my main account I pretty much played the same two characters. I apologize once again for not uploading a video on schedule as I had initially planned, but it gets really chaotic during the holidays. But I'm back now, I promise. Maybe. Anyways, I was doing these ley lines in Fontaine and I ended up getting absolutely bodied, and I realized that it was probably a better idea to do them somewhere else. So I did, and then this happened and I realized I am not safe anywhere. This was my final straw in deciding I needed to just bring Layla everywhere. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to become a Layla main now. And what a coincidence, it happened to be the day of her talent domain. I don't know why it took me so long to want to work on her. I pretty much had her at the very beginning of this account and I just kind of acted like she wasn't there. I forgot about her most of the time. But it's okay because she's going to get a proper build now. I have so much footage of me just doing her boss and talent domain over and over again. Her shield is honestly kind of like paper right now, but at least it blocks a few attacks. It's especially useful for Lisa because she always has to stand still while doing her skill, even though sometimes I wish she was an element other than Cryo so it would help Lisa out more, but at least it works in a Fremine team. Who is another character that I want to build? I really overestimated Layla's shield here, and I was able to level her shield up twice, so hopefully it will not break immediately anymore. I just wanted to roll one tenacity artifact and I ended up with this. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Then I wanted to do Fremine's talents, testing my Layla's new shield, and it still broke immediately, so there's that. I'll feel bad for the torment my Fremine had to endure. He was really going through it. In fact, he wasn't the only one that was going through it. Yes, it was painful. Thank you for asking. But with a little bit more investment, her shield will hopefully not break in one hit. I was taking Barbara as a safety net. I'm really glad I did that because not only did I get to freeze the enemies every now and then, it also helped me survive. After the domain, I was able to level his talent up again, and of course I needed to go fight some more innocent sea creatures, which always makes me feel like a bad person. Why did they have to make them so cute? But I do not feel any pity for the bosses. After running around and fighting them, I was able to level his talents up again, and even though he's probably not the best choice to build, I like him, so I'm going to. Also, at this point in time, there was the fungus event going on, so I made sure to do that. Clearly, I did not read the tutorial well enough because I didn't realize you could move them all at once. I was doing them one at a time and I kept clicking instead of pressing the buttons. It was just kind of a mess, but you know what? It's fine because I got my rewards, and that's all I care about. I'm so grateful for this new commission system, so I don't actually have to do anything other than events. I am not a fan of the Mondstadt bounties. I don't like having to run around before I can actually fight the thing I need to fight. I'm so glad they changed it, but the early bounties are still really annoying to do. Thankfully, after doing this, I leveled up and I was actually able to get the thing I wanted the most, but I didn't have the materials to make it, so. Just imagine my excitement when I went to go do a ley line and these things showed up. My favorite monsters to fight. Yippee! I'm so excited. I just went to go collect some lotuses for Layla because I needed more, and I accidentally did something really cool by timing this freeze perfectly. I didn't even know I was being attacked. Amber gets used for the first time in forever because I needed to light some torches, and she's about to go back on the bench again. Sorry, girl. But I am a little tempted to try and build her. Turned in my commissions and hit AR48, I was definitely very excited. We are one step closer to wishing. I checked my rewards and, well, I got this. Yay. Since I decided I was going to level up Layla and use her in my teams, I had to go fight her boss over and over again. Very exciting and riveting gameplay, I know. In fact, most of my footage is just repetitive boss and domain fights. Though claiming my rewards, I actually got a good artifact for once. I know, it's shocking. Of course, when I went to go roll it, it was not the best, but it's better than most of the stuff I have right now. My aim is so amazing. I've actually never missed a single shot in my entire life. I'm just that good, really. Finally, after doing this over and over again, I was able to ascend my Layla, which was very exciting for me. Layla has been so neglected on my account, so the least I could do is actually give her a build. In order to do that, I have to go fight the Scaramouche boss, which I actually have not fought on this account before because prior to this update, I was not able to fight him because I did not do the Sumeru Archon quest at all because it's really long and I was not in the mood to start it. Clearly, I did not think my team comp out very well because when it came to having to destroy these pillars, 2 of my characters weren't even able to hit them and I was clearly struggling. So I had to restart and go in with a whole different team, and don't ask what I was doing because I don't know. Like, I know how to fight him, but I just don't know what was going on in my brain. This time though, I was way more prepared and I actually was able to destroy all of them without a struggle. I did still struggle because I was not able to one-phase him, clearly. My character's artifacts are something, for sure. I'm just gonna say that I intentionally didn't one-phase because I wanted to listen to his boss music a little longer because we can't deny that it is a banger. And it totally wasn't because my team is weak or anything, definitely not. Of course I got the wrong material, but it's fine because I had a dream solvent and it saved the day. I got to upgrade her shield one more time, so hopefully it's a lot sturdier than it was, but I don't know if I have that much faith in her right now. And I upgraded Fremine's talent one more time. Since I decided I wanted to play Layla and Fremine, I figured it was a 2-for-1 special in the artifact domain because both of them would benefit from it. So I did this domain over and over and over again, and as you can guess, it didn't always go that well. Did I struggle with it? Absolutely. But did it work out in the end? Kind of. It definitely doesn't help that my RNG is terrible and some of the purple pieces I got were better, which, I mean, I guess I can replace them one day. We're taking what we can get for now. The most important thing to me was getting a 4-piece tenacity set for Layla. Unfortunately, a lot of my Pale Flame artifacts I got had HP main stat, which is what I wanted on my tenacity. This was the absolute worst run I did out of all of them. I just kind of got clapped when I was Lisa and I had no food to revive my characters, and then this happened, so I just decided to leave and go cook before going back in there. Where do I even start on how amazing the artifacts I got were? I would say this is a pretty good representation of artifact farming and how painful it can really be. I guess I'll have to be running this domain for a while. I put on a really mediocre set of tenacity and her shield was so much better. But it wasn't enough all the time, so here's a compilation of me struggling. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny. I just feel bad for my characters. And it looks like Fremine's not getting a set anytime soon. Also, at the time of recording this, there was an event going on that was pretty big, and there was a new event weapon, which I don't know if it's worth building or not, but it seems pretty good. I've just never helped any Melusines before. One of my favorite games from this event was the sniping minigame, because whenever I play FPS games, I love sniping, so I felt right at home with this one. And it honestly just felt like a breath of fresh air because we've never really had an event like this, and I hope that they do more like this in the future. My favorite events are the ones that add like totally new game mechanics. And after that was done, I got the weapon, which was very exciting. Don't you just love collecting primo gems that you can't use right now? Me too! I might actually end up using this weapon. The next event was like a combat event where you could actually play as some trial characters. So that was kind of neat, but also it was a little bit annoying with the effects that you got. The effects gave you buffs and stuff, which is good, but it ended up either hurting my eyes or hurting my ears, honestly. It was very distorted in both audio and visuals. But I don't have Navia on my main account, so I kind of had fun playing as her at least. And after that, we got some weapon refinements. The next minigame I played, you got to be like a director for a short film, which I thought was pretty cool, trying to figure out what was the best dialogue and visual choices. It looked really pretty, and the first one used my girl Lynette as the main actress, and I love her, so she ate. But I did not eat because the first time I did it, I didn't get a perfect score, but I did go back and fix it later. That's all done, and we get one more refinement for our weapon. And last but not least, my absolute favorite minigame from the event. I'm gonna be honest, I did not really read the instructions. I kind of just zoned out, so I didn't really know what I was doing when I first started playing. I ended up pushing a lot of the balls in other people's goals, so if you were in my game, you're welcome. But I did end up figuring it out, thankfully. I mean, obviously, I didn't do everything perfectly, and sometimes I still did get the balls in other people's goals, but it's okay. But even though I did all of that, I actually ended up with the most points at the end, so I was actually having so much fun with this event that I actually ended up queuing it so many times, even after I got all of the rewards from it. But I mostly did it on my main account, and I would just like switch my character to someone who had beef with another person's character and just try and steal all of the balls from them. Like, that was my whole mission the whole game. I thought it was funny, but whether or not they also thought it was funny is another story. It was payback for the amount of people that tried to do it to me. And honestly, I always find the co-op events to be really fun. I love win trace, and I wish we got win trace back so badly. Most of the time on my main account, I just queue for ride-in runs just so I can hang out with people because I find co-op to be the best part about this game. I don't know, it just kind of gets boring playing the game by yourself, but I don't mind doing it on a challenge account. I also got an achievement for doing co-op 5 times just because of this event. I don't typically explore that much on this account, but I had enough sigils to upgrade my fountain, and I got a key to the shrine. So I can't really complain about that. I honestly really should explore more though. Oh yeah, and I finished the event, which got me another crown, so that's always exciting. Time to refine my weapon all the way, and I think that it might be worth using, but I will definitely have to help Melusines first to get the most out of the passive. And after that was done, I fought Fremine's boss over and over again, and a lot of my footage is very repetitive because of that. And since I got the 4-piece tenacity set for Layla, Lisa was actually hitting a lot harder than usual, which is very nice to see. I mean, obviously, because that's the whole passive of the set, but you know. Layla's shield is nice, but sometimes I put way too much faith in it. Sorry, Lisa. It definitely gets boring doing the same boss over and over again, but luckily after this run, I had enough to ascend Fremine. I actually ascended him to level 80 before I even got Lisa there, and I use her a lot. After the ascension, I'm able to get his talent up to level 7. I was also very excited to log in and get the statue, and I immediately went to my teapot and placed him right in the middle. Speaking of the teapot, I actually leveled it up again, which gave me some more rewards, obviously very nice. I love getting primo gems for issues that don't affect me at all. I thought I was going to be way too lazy for this, but I did end up fishing enough to get another refinement for the sword, even though fishing is kind of annoying at times. With my useless artifacts I have, I tried to convert them into a clam set. I was thinking of using it for Barbara. I'm not sure if it's the best idea, but at least I got an HP Sans. Definitely better than the doctor set I was using. I figured that the clam set would give me at least a little bit more damage. I don't know. I figured that it would be a better idea to get artifacts for my supports because they're not as demanding with the substats, and it boosts your team's damage by a lot. Also, Barbara was long overdue for a weapon upgrade, and since at this point in time it was the end of the week, it was time for me to finish doing my weeklies before the reset, because I need a lot of talent materials. But of course I get the one that none of my characters need, and I didn't get a dream solvent. On to the next boss that I need for Layla, and this part was a lot easier when I actually had Layla's burst, because when I did not, I was struggling. It's the way that even with all of his decreased resistance and defense, I still wasn't able to one-cycle him. I mean, I think he does still have electro resistance, so I don't know why I took Lisa. So that was something, but I'm just gonna say I wanted to listen to his boss music because it is the best in the game in my opinion. I was holding out hope I would actually get the right boss drop, but since that did not happen and I don't have a dream solve it, I'm just gonna have to wait. The last one was Storm Terror, and I also can't one-cycle this because my characters are so weak, but that's why we're doing these talent domains, so we can get them to be stronger. I don't even remember the last time I fought Storm Terror on my main account, but on this account, I try and do it every week. Surprisingly, I actually got a decent feather. I hope it rolls well, but it probably won't. But at least I got a talent material that my characters actually need. I started fighting the Pyro Flower because I wanted to be able to upgrade Xiangling because she was way behind everyone else. So that's what I decided to do. I fought this a few times, but after I was done with this run, this happened. AR-49. I genuinely can't believe I'm at my first goal I had set for myself, and my reward was this extremely bad flower. If I have a choice to ascend my world after I hit AR-50, I'll probably not do that for a while because my characters are way too weak right now. I went to go fight the Oceanid, and I found out that Layla's shield is actually strong enough to survive that explosion, and fighting the Oceanid with this team was actually very easy. In Hyperbloom, we trust. I genuinely do not know what was going on in my head at this moment. I think I was just not thinking really, so this ended up happening to me. I revived Lisa and she only had 150 HP, so I was really hoping Layla's shield didn't break or she wouldn't electrocute herself, but it was okay. I love when my reward is wishes that I can't use. I was actually super excited for this Sealy event because of course it was going to be my only Sealy I have on this account, so I had to pick wisely between them. And since I am a very early Genshin player, I'm talking like day one, my main account actually has 4 Sealies. I have the Peely, the purple one, the green one, and now the new one from this event. I wish I could pick more than one because I've always kind of wanted the pink one, but it doesn't really match my characters, especially on this account. Aesthetics are always important for me in picking what Sealy I want, even though I do kind of regret getting the green one on my main account because I barely use it. But I am pulling Nahida for the first time on her rerun, so I might actually use it. I'm once again so sorry that this video took me so long to get done. The next time I post a video should be either during or after the Lantern Rite event, and I am very excited for that. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's another character that I can get on my account. And I know exactly who I'm going to get, but I'm interested to hear what you guys think. I genuinely was not expecting any part of this event to be challenging for me, but I was clearly wrong. I don't know how I managed to fail. I genuinely hate fighting these things so much, they're so annoying. It's the way that if I was actually closer to this monster, I would have finished it. Granted, it would have been very close. Even though this was kind of embarrassing to admit, I could have easily left it out of the video, but I also enjoy showing the moments where I mess up a lot. Third time's the charm, I guess, because I was actually able to finish it. After that catastrophe was finally over, I got to the last treasure area and I was finally able to get enough tokens to get my Sealy, along with some other rewards. I actually thought long and hard about which one I was going to get. I even went through all of my characters to think about what color would match them the best. And the answer was the purple Sealy because that one is my favorite. And that'll be all for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm very sorry for the delay. I don't plan on being this late to making videos all the time, but obviously life gets in the way sometimes and you can't always do it. Anyway, as always, there is proof that I have not wished at all on this account. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with them when I can wish. And this is the amount of wishes I have saved up. I hope everyone had a good holiday season. If you are celebrating anything, take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I hope that I can see you in the next video. Also, I have a new idea for a video series that I will hopefully explore sometime in the future. We'll see when I get around to it. But bye for now.